welcome to Your Life in 15 Minutes. Final question about your life. I am Shahrzad from Iran, and Hannah is here. She's 19 and from United States. I'm gonna ask some interesting question. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, I'm very excited.
Okay, let's go directly to the first question. What do you love about yourself?
Throughout my life, I would have said my hair. I've always loved my hair very much. I have always kept it long, and when it was short, I didn't like it as much. But I would say actually my favorite thing about myself is my nose. I love my nose. I like the way it looks. And so that's my favorite thing about
But your hair and your nose, they both are so beautiful.
myself. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, and what is your oldest memory? I mean that should be from your childhood or something like that, but can you remember something?
Yeah, so my oldest memory is when I was little. I remember sitting on my high chair in my first home in Texas. I think I was maybe 1 in this memory. I remember specifically drinking milk, turning around in my chair and throwing up on the floor. And
Oh my
and it
God.
was white and it was chunky and it was so disgusting, TMI. But that is my oldest memory I have. But my second oldest memory is a nicer one. I think I was around 3, and I was not living in, but my grandparents lived in Washington, which is a state in the U.S. And there used to be this big playground where it was a big building blocks, toy building blocks. They made them into a big playground. It was really cool, and I remember I had this pink sugar cookie, and it had like the pink frosting on the top. And I remember there was this black dog that came up to me, and I gave it a piece of my little sugar cookie. And I think I was around 3 in that memory. So those are my oldest memories.
Wow, so nice.
Thank you.
So nice. Okay, if you could talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you say to her?
What would I say to her? So it's so cliche of me to say this, but like, it gets better. The things that matter to you right now aren't going to matter in the future.
Sorry. Which ages?
I would say this is to my 13-year-old self. I'm 19 now, and when I was 13 or 14, I was really stressed out, and I was like really trying to like make myself into this like the best person in the world, and I was dealing with a lot of stuff with my family and stuff, and it was really hard, and I thought it was kind of like the end of the world, and everything was the end of the world. Yeah.
Okay.
And so chillax a little bit.
Yeah.
I think is what I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Answer, maybe.
Thank you.
Yeah. And what song describe you most as a person?
This is gonna be a really random answer, but it's "Come On, Eileen." It's I really like these. I was born in Texas, and which is in the southern part of the U.S. And I don't identify much with Texas, but I've always kind of felt this, I don't know, this pull toward like country music. But "Come On, Eileen" isn't really a country song, but it definitely makes me think of that. I don't know, but "Come On, Eileen" is like this fun song where like if anyone hears it, you just like want to get up and dance and have fun. But it's still not like a pop song. It's just makes you so nostalgic for your younger years, and that's what it makes me feel. And it was the last song that played at my prom, And
Oh.
I'll always remember that song as that. And also just like as a kid, I would sit on my driveway and I'd have my headphones in and I always listened to Come On Eileen, which is like so random. And I identified so hard with it. And I remember I popped a wheelie on my bike the first time and I was listening to that song. So I don't know. It always comes on in important parts of my life, which is kind of strange. So I'm going to say Come On Eileen.
Okay, but I don't know about these songs, but I can after this podcast I can listen to that.
Listen to it. It's really
Yeah.
it makes you want to dance.
Yeah,
It really
yeah,
does.
yeah. But I have a question here. I'm not sure that you want to answer, but up to you. You can decide. But it's not so strange, I think. Okay. So, have you ever stolen something?
Have I ever stolen something? I would say I have not stolen something. It was so funny. I was looking at my Snapchat, which is like a social media. I was looking at it, and a year ago, a couple days ago, I had posted a picture of like this little squishy cat that I had found, like a little toy squishy cat that I had found on the floor at a store. And I didn't ask if it was for sale. I just took it. But it was found on the floor and it was kind of dirty and gross. And I posted it on my Snapchat saying, "This is the first thing I've ever stolen." And my friends were like, "That's not stealing, Hannah. That's something that someone left behind at the store."
Okay.
So, and it was like this cheap little squishy cat thing, and I felt so guilty about it. I'm like a very guilt-ridden, stress-ridden person, and so I don't think I could morally ever steal anything, which is like awful because like if I was put in a situation where like my family would die if I stole something, if I didn't steal something, I don't know if I could do it. It's awful. But yeah.
Yeah, but you are a nice person.
Thank you. I know
You didn't do that.
I know I can't steal ever,
Aw.
but no. So no, I haven't, but I did steal that little squishy cat, but I don't think it was stealing.
Okay. But one like a sweet question that I can even remember something so nice answer in my mind about. But I want to ask you, which birthday throughout the course of your life has been your favorite and why?
This is a very easy question for me. So Harry Potter is like something that means so much to me and my life. And I was introduced to it very late in my life. I was 13 when I read all the books, and it changed my life. It made me want to read. It like made me feel like I belonged somewhere. I was very growing up, especially in that time in my life when I was 13. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere, and I felt like I belonged in this place that was created by the Harry Potter world, this magical world. And so for my 14th birthday, my mom took me to Universal Studios in Florida,
My God.
which is like the big Wizarding World place.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember being there, and I remember walking in for the first time because it's guarded by this big brick wall that it mimics the books, but you can't see it from the outside. You have to go through this brick wall to see it. And I'm gonna cry thinking about it, but I remember going in for the first time and looking at it, and it was like the best feeling in the world, and I will never ever forget it. And it was by far my favorite birthday ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I can see beautiful shine.
I know. I'm literally crying. I really am crying. It was.
Oh
it
my
was so
God,
magical.
Hannah.
I know.
Oh, you are so excited.
I am. It
Yeah.
was a very magical birthday.
Yeah, it's really magical birthday. Okay. So, there's another question here. I'm so curious to know the answer because it's so nice. I think maybe you can answer it, but how was your first romantic kiss?
I'm a bit of a late bloomer. My first kiss, I had it when I was 18. It was a year ago. I had my first ever high school boyfriend. His name was Jay, and we went to homecoming together. On our first date, he asked me to go to homecoming with him. We were friends before we started dating, and so he made me a sign that said 100 points to Hufflepuff, which is a Harry Potter reference, if Hannah goes to homecoming with me. And it was really cute. So he took me to homecoming, and we went back to his house after the dance, and I had a really nice time. And he kissed me when we were watching it was Arizona State University playing against Colorado, the University of Colorado in a football game, and we were watching it in his room. And he looked at me and he was like, Hannah, I really want to kiss you. And I said, then kiss me. And we kissed. And it was very nice. And then he drove me home. So that was my first romantic kiss ever.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's nice talking with you because you remember everything with the details and always you are so excited about talking about. Yeah, I like it. And what is your dream in your life for now, for future?
Here's another story. So my mom made us this book, me and my little sister. She makes us this book that has each year of us through our schooling. So it has 13 years of our schooling in it. Okay. And it's a picture of us every year. And then we get to write in the book what we want to do, what our favorite thing is and stuff. And so in kindergarten, it asked me in kindergarten, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I wrote, I wanted to be a teacher. And then on my very last page, it asked, what are you majoring in college? And I wrote secondary education. And it was a very full circle moment for me because my entire life, all I've wanted to be is a teacher. And every year in that book, I wrote, I wanted to be a teacher. And now I'm pursuing that, which I think is really, really cool. So that's what I want to be. I want to be a teacher. I also really want to travel, which I get to do right now. I'm at IPC, which is really cool. Yeah. So I'm traveling, which is what I've always wanted to do. And I'm going to be a teacher, which is also really cool. So I'm pursuing my dreams. My dreams are happening.
Yeah. So today is 23rd of November, 2022.
Yep.
And you are thinking about your dream. Mm-hmm. And today I really wish all of your dreams comes true so soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for participating in this podcast, Hannah.
Of course.
And I enjoyed a lot.